Back to the game again. The third quarter was much as the same. Dantes Benjamin re-entered the game. Just had a little bump in there, and he wanted to come back into the game. And he wanted to test him out and check him out. He come into the game and put 14 more points on the board. Did a great job. Passing the ball. He was just throwing the ball. There's not much more I can say about Dantes. He's a great field leader, a general on the field, you want to say, in a battle.
He's a field general.
Yeah, exactly.
Dantes is he's got the perfect combo. He can
he'd kill you with his legs or kill you with
his
arm.
arm. That's right. What more can you ask from a quarterback?
Yep, and he had some weapons he was throwing to. Some names that we haven't heard, recently in a while. Dijon Prophet. Of course, we've been hearing Jordan Barnes. DeAndre Daniels was big. He was big. He was crucial in some of the plays that we had to keep the ball going. And I'm going to tell you right now, that boy he's got some speed.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you. And obviously, we always got Kalen Ritchie.
Yeah, Kalen Ritchie's he's a tight end. He did some great blocking out there for us. Also, to end the game, as midway through the third, Dominique, come back in to play as Tyreek and company coming in to hold off Wando to get a good win, in which we see, we have good depth in all our skill positions.
Absolutely. And again, as I say every week, folks, it doesn't matter who you're playing. It doesn't matter what your record is. You got to come out and play big boy football on any given Friday night. You can't take any team lightly, and we didn't take the Warriors lightly, and they played us pretty hard. But I tell you what, Goose Creek Gator fans, we came out on top as we normally do. But
word.
Is
born in the 80s term, word to your mother.
But that doesn't mean that we can't take West Ashley lightly next week. We got to be ready to go.
I'm surprised we got no calls, Charlie. Especially all these Goose Creek posters said they were going to call. Dude, the number, if you want to call,
always, 730-1534. Anytime.
Now get your lazy fingers and start dialing. We need some calls here, guys. But anyway, I got plenty to talk about, so if you don't call in, it's just the same. Okay, take a guess at what our total offense was.
Let me see. I would imagine...
Did you read the paper? Did you see the paper?
I did not. I would imagine it would be around 563 yards.
Oh, you're close. It was 510 total yards. Benjamin had a stellar game passing and rushing. Dominique Jefferson also looked impressive, man. I can't say much about him.
Well, I'll tell you what. It's good that he's the backup to Dantes, and it's good to see him get some reps. And he played phenomenal, and it's a bright future for the Goose Creek backfield. That's for sure.
Okay, and I want to correct something. Thanks to Goop. Goop just texted me and let me know that we have 35 in a row, but I'm counting we still have 6 games left. Yeah, it's 34.
No.
Because if we tie, no, just listen. Because if we tie, if we go to the end of the year.
Anyway, folks,
we tied a record. We tied a record at 40 at the end of the year.
Whether it's 34 or 35, I tell you what,
lost track, man.
Goose Creek hasn't lost a football game since 2010, guys. So it doesn't really matter.
All right, we got a first caller tonight. Who's on the line with us?
This is the Goop and Gator to do some correcting for you boys.
Hey, come on now. I got lost track, man. You can't bust me up on that.
Hey, that's 2 weeks in a row y'all been saying 34 games, man. That's 35.
Oh, well, hey, hold on. Well, we got 6 games left, right?
No, 26 games in a row.
No. Listen.
We are 9-0. That's 35 in Goose Creek math.
Hey, I'm sorry. I can't add, Bo. Give me a break.
And I want to know what that dang Charlie the mayor's doing in there talking about how cold it was when he was sitting in that warm yoga snow Friday night.
I told him it was that cold, Bo.
Yeah, you had to tell him. I'm sitting there in the cold with you bitching and complaining, and you got to say, where's Charlie? He's at yoga snow.
Yeah, but he had an important date, man. I can't knock him for that.
I'll tell you what it was, Goop. I was warm.
Hey, I tell you what, that first few minutes of that game, I should have been at the yoga snow. I had to leave you because I was driving you crazy with my whining.
Yeah, no. You weren't that bad, Bo, but I had to look at you and say, man, come on, that's enough.
Yeah, then I had my little nephew from Philadelphia with me, and he's over there excited about going to the Goose Creek game in the first quarter. I said, hey, buddy, you're bad luck. You got to go to hell.
I remember hearing that. That was pretty funny, man. I'm sure he felt good after you said that to him.
I think he took it serious too because he got his feelings hurt. I had to go buy him a burger over the concession stand, man.
Dang. So what was your take on that game there, Goop?
Oh, you watch all these games like Burns went down 14-0 in their game, and then you realize, that could happen to anybody. I mean, it happened to Carolina last night. You go down early in the game, and as long as you're able to scratch your way back, that's all that really matters. I mean, this Creek didn't play their best game of the year, but they still won by 28 points. And at what number do you say a game is a blowout? You know what I mean?
You can't say it. I mean, there's no
blowout.
Yeah, you can't say it because there's no telling when another team will come back. But I got one thing to say real quick. Go Carolina! Good job last night beating Mizzou. Hey, and this goes out to my oldest brother Mark, who's a Carolina or a Clemson fan. Hey, and he was pulling for Mizzou. Guess who won the game, buddy? Thank you.
Hold on. Listen. We also got Melissa had to go. We also got another intern right now. What do you think about the Gamecocks game right now?
I think Brandon Shell kind of didn't show up a little bit, but Bruce Ellington. He saved the day.
Dude, he was on fire.
Yeah.
No, that Brandon Shell his game was fine. That boy that was struggling was I guess his name's Corey Robinson, the blind side tackle. That boy, that's the boy that was hurting us on the line. You got to remember, we didn't have our starting center again, and that Sam guy, that's where he was coming. He was coming straight up the gut, and every time Davis would try to hit the gut, it was too bad because that center wasn't doing any blocking.
Yeah. I mean, to tell you the truth, Mike, I'm going to tell you, I was sitting there, I ruined my bowling league last night because I was too busy watching the game. I don't even think I bowled over a 200. I think I bowled, my highest game was a 185 because I was getting all mad at the game. I was like, come on. That was a good game. That was a damn good game.
Yeah, I was told the other day that you're just like that Ishmael on Kingpin when you say you both do 40 because you actually play 12 to 13 frames instead of 10. Is that true?
No,
No, we actually we bowl 8 frames, Scoop.
Yeah, right. I hear you.
they meant 8 games. 8 games.
Yeah. Hey, I'll tell you what, though. I read something in the paper yesterday about Coach Reedy, talking good about Dominique and Tyreek, and he was right, man. Can you imagine playing against Goose Creek and you knock out, especially, and I was telling one of the other coaches, I was talking to Zeus out there at the fence, and I said, with an option team, and the team that runs that veer and that wide open option, the quarterback is the key.
Yeah.
When he goes down, most games, if you have a team like Georgia Tech or Georgia Southern that runs that, if their quarterback goes down, that team goes down. But when Coach Reedy was able to put little Dominique in there, granted, he's not Dantez Penniman, but buddy, I'm going to tell you something. That's got to be frightening to another team that's coming to play us. They could knock our quarterback and our tailback out, and they're going to have to go against Dominique and Tyreek.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
like I said, it's always
really
good to know that we have some
that.
depth. It's good to know we have some depth on the chart there,
Absolutely.
especially
Yeah,
at skill
for sure.
positions like
Skill
quarterback and running
positions.
back.
I mean,
Well, we got that. On the offense, I don't really keep up with the defense too much. I do know that Coach Bowers and Coach Hoff and them and Coach Canada, they're doing a great job with them young kids. But that offense, man, we've got so much depth on that team. I mean, you got the whole O-line on the JV could probably come up and play varsity.
Okay, hey, one more thing. One more thing, Mike. One more thing. What's 96's real name?
Oh, I'm telling you, Coach Galley says it's Ken Locke.
Ken Locke?
Not Ken Locke, not Ken Law. And Bender calls him Ken Law too.
Okay, because that's what it's in the roster thing for the official varsity roster. It says Ken Law.
I've
We'll
been
say Ken Locke.
I've been corrected on several occasions that said the kid's name is Ken Locke.
All right, Ken Locke it is then. Javon Ken Locke.
But anyways, getting back to the depth on that offense, me and you talked about Dijon Prophet earlier in the season because we saw him at the 7-on-7, didn't know who he was.
Oh, yeah.
But, Jordan Barnes, from what I understand, I didn't go to the game at Cane Bay because I was up in Philadelphia. But anyways, I heard Jordan didn't even play in that game. And again, the offense never skipped a beat.
Yeah, besides the first drive of the game where they stalled out toward the end, I just thought they looked sluggish. I don't know if it was just like the blessings of going up against someone that's 3-5 and you just think you got it on, but But
Now, let
whatever
me ask
happened
you
after that, the
something.
light switch turned on, and it was just good things from there on out.
Did you notice a lot of calls went against Goose Creek that night? A lot of personal fouls, a lot of unsportsmanlike, and that's just nothing I've seen in games this year. And it seemed to be the same official doing it every time. It was like he wouldn't allow them to play football.
Yeah,
And on
especially
that first drive, we got hit with that. We got hit with a personal foul on the first drive. That's why it stalled. And then the rest of the game, it seemed like they'd hit us on a personal foul, and then we come back with a 20, 30-yard pass where it didn't really matter.
yeah.
You know?
But hey, did you
But
see
I would
that?
like
Did you see
to
the one
see
play?
that.
Did you see the one play where I forgot what it was that hit him out of bounds? I mean, he hit him inbounds, but they called it a personal foul for knocking him out of bounds when he caught the pass.
Yeah, but they didn't do a damn thing against when the boy did what he did to Caleb Kinlaw.
No, exactly. That's what I was saying.
No.
I mean, that was a
Yeah.
clean hit. He was inbounds. He caught the ball. He put the shoulder to him and knocked him out of bounds. They threw the flag for personal foul. I didn't understand
No,
that.
that was good football play, Goop.
Yeah, he called it unnecessary roughness. Since when is the roughness supposed to be a problem in football? I like the targeting rule when it's helmet to helmet, but if he puts that helmet in the man's chest, hey, that's football.
That's
Hey,
right.
and another thing. I yelled as loud as I could. I was like, man, what is he supposed to do? Go over there and congratulate him, and have him a handshake and pat him on the butt, tell him to go run a touchdown? I mean, for real, you got to hit him out of bounds, or he's just going to keep running the ball.
Yeah, I really, every year it seems like, Charles was saying, kudos out to Wando, but every game it seems like, and I see it, and being a football person, I can see it when it happens. Wando plays dirty, and it seemed like we were getting all the dang unsportsmanlike calls or all the unnecessary roughness calls, when it looked to me like Wando was just killing us for that, and they weren't even calling it.
Yeah, especially with the 3 or 4 chop blocks until someone stepped in and said, "Hey, look, they're chop blocking our guys." Then they started throwing the flags. They stopped doing that. Then they would go to something different. I mean,
well, a couple of years ago, we wouldn't even shake their hands after the game because they played so dirty.
yeah,
And then Noonan was there then too, and not to say anything at all bad against Noonan. I think he's a great coach.
yeah,
But for some reason, Wando has become as unsportsmanlike as I've ever seen. And then 2 years ago, when I was doing the stats, I got up in the up in the press box, and then we almost got in a fight with the Wando people.
yeah. I
And
remember
then
that.
Michael told me last year that him and Gary had to come out of their seats on the dang PA announcer and his buddies in the
Yeah,
press box. They up there cussing Goose Creek, saying, Goose Creek's low class and all this kind of crap, and
Yeah.
that's coming right out of the press box.
well, that just comes from frustration from years of trying to beat a team that you can't beat right now, and just we've took our licks from them guys, so it's our turn, But anyway, Charlie's
Yeah,
got
but
something he
I'll
wants to ask you real quick, Goop.
Hey, no, listen, Goop. I'm gonna tell you right now. We talk a lot about the Wando game. A good win for the Gators, and as we keep on moving. But I tell you what, do you have any thoughts about coming up this Friday
West Ashley.
with the West Ashley Wildcats coming up to John Fulmer Field? You got any thoughts on that?
Well, Yokoso is probably going to be closed Thursday night, so you might want to come to the game on Thursday night. It's a TV game. I think West Ashley. You know what I think? I think West Ashley is kind of like they were a couple of years ago, where I think they really got a pretty good defense, and I think that's the strength of their team. I think it puts them in ball games, but I also think on offense they turn the ball over a lot. If anybody read the paper Saturday morning and saw a nice 21-0 win, but one of them was a block punt.
Yeah, exactly.
For Stafford. That was a touchdown on a block punt. So West Ashley's got a good defense.
Hey,
But
Mike,
they do turn the ball over a lot.
Mike, we got 50 seconds left, man.
All right, hey, Goop.
Okay.
Have you ever courted a woman before? I mean, I'm in the middle of courting a woman. All right.
Courting?
Yeah, he's that's why he went to
You're
Yoko Sport. But
married, folks.
hey,
You're
that's
the wife.
beyond the radio show. Don't even worry about it. Skip that
You
question.
don't court the wife. You just take her out to Burger King, slap a hamburger in her mouth, and tell her you're going to the football game.
Exactly. That's what I tried to tell him. But anyway, hey guys, Gator Nation. Hey, Mike, hang tight, okay?
All right, buddy.
All right, Gator Nation. Just remember, this week's game is on Thursday night at John Fulmer Field at Charles B. Gibson Stadium at 7:30. As always, we like to congratulate the Gators on their win, And all I can say is go Gators. We're going to start the second half of the show in just a minute, guys.
That's all right. Go Goose Creek.